Before I married Joyce and settled down in Phoenix, I'd come to Columbus, Georgia, at the end of the Depression to make my way as a prize fighter. I was only a teenager, just old enough to leave the corn and cotton farm I'd grown up on outside Troy, Alabama, where I'd heard about Kid Weiss from boxing magazines. I knew he'd trained some of the top fellas like Corn Griffin, who was supposed to be a heavyweight champ before getting upset by Jim Braddock in '34. And I'd showed up at his sweaty hothouse brick gym with little more than a duffel bag, an old jump rope, and some dog-eared paperbacks with titles like Scientific Boxing by a Fistic Expert and The Sweet Science. I was skinny and rangy, and my feet got tangled up about every time I sparred. But I lived in that gym every day and listened to old Weiss and his strange, loopy philosophies I still hear in my head about every morning in the shaving mirror. The world is largely made up of gropers, kid. Little people who are always being pushed around by the natural bullies of society. But you got to remember that the gropers of this world are the real people, and that the bullies of the world are only the elements that make up the froth of society. They foam so freely that they necessarily come to the top more easily. But it's the solid, substantial members of human society who remain below and grope to the top only on real, basic ability. And he'd stop and look at me with that one clear eye, that cloudy one staring off dead in the distance, his ears jugged and cauliflowered, and pull me from what I was doing, on the speed bag or the heavy, and grab me by the thick of the forearm so I could smell his coffee-tinged breath. Murphy, the gropers are those who want to learn. They are always grasping the means to find out ways of improving their lot.